nothing free, so I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. Hey, let me elaborate. Y'all niggas trying fake. I've been out here getting cake. It been a process to get my money straight. I remember them broke days when I ain't thought they could control. I just kept that hammer, homie, nigga, knock out your soul. If you ain't got my money on time, you better cash out. If you do that bad business, homie, don't even give me that. I've been staying out the way cause I ain't doing no dead time. Cause I ain't got time for you, little homie, I'm getting mine. Coolest nigga in the world, but don't try to test me. I won't never lead you astray, that's why the Lord bless me. I need no attention, I just keep the extension. That was me against the world, so I'm feeling like Pop. Chasing all this hundreds like I'm Zeke, but I'm from the block. Monetize the flow, just follow the formula. If you ain't trying to get that bread, then I'm ignoring ya. I'm looking for a way out, cause I'm trying to go global. These niggas ain't on they hustle, they ain't even mobile. These niggas ain't no soldier, that's what a nigga told ya. Elias Cash, nigga ain't nothing free. So you know how it is when you be coming to DC. Hey, ain't nothing free, so I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta get. Ain't nothing free, so I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta get.
I'm the realest in the DMV. Let me.
Salute, brothers. Yet again, another night, another story. Make no mistake, I'm tired as fuck, but yeah, I ain't go to sleep like that. But I wanted to get this one off real fast, man. To quote the late great Simple P, this won't take long. This won't take long at all. I'll be trying to be in and out. But the title of the story is what it is. But make no mistake, there's more to it. So I remember as a much younger man in my teens, right? Young man, hell, coming into his own. Thinking back now, I couldn't even really call myself a man back then because I wasn't. I was a young male, to be honest. Those male principles had been driven home, and I was actively using them, but I was still young as fuck. I think back, right, about all the experiences I had dealing with some of my mother's peoples, her friends, you know what I'm saying? And there was definitely some inappropriate behavior that was going on. The kind of behavior that a father would never tolerate from a male his age that considers him his friend. The kind of attention that 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 man would give his daughter would never be tolerated the same way. The kind of attention that woman would give that other woman's son. So I was thinking about a whole nother topic and a whole nother story with a broad by the name of I called her B once before, but in reality her initials are SH. I'm sorry, CH. But CH bought some older junk to the spot one day, and the older junk was still walking around and talking like she still had it. You know what I'm saying? Like everything on her was snatched and she was tight, right, ready to rock out on fight night. You know what I mean? And I just looked at the old flabby broad and I was just like, ew, nah, not you. Well, the old Biddy and CH, they did their thing. They got down with one another. and I captured certain documentation I needed to for that moment, and I just went on about my business. Old Biddy walked out happy, smiling. CH was content with the whole exchange, and I was looking at CH like, yeah, but whatever. The whole Biddy had this whole air about her where she was just on her shit, and she felt like, she was out here rocking and clocking shit the same way these young hoes are, right? And that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case at all. I was just like, oh, Biddy, you somebody to me, mom. But CH was down to go ahead and capture that scene, so I said, the hell with it, fuck it. CH even bought the job. All right, well, whatever, CH, cool. If if you and her want to go ahead and do that, then y'all can do that. That's what's up. But in the process of thinking about that, it reminded me of a whole nother situation that I experienced when I was much younger. I think it was maybe like 15, 16, something like that, where one of my mom's friends asked me to help her around the house, right? Because I'm working out, I'm doing judo, jujitsu, American wrestling. I'm out here trying to crush it. Because in my mind, I'm like, I got the scholarship coming. And I just got to go through my sophomore year, my junior year, and my senior year, and I'm good. I'm golden. Well, long story short, that ain't how that shit worked out. I ended up leaving the college scholarship alone to help take care of mama. You know, that's what's most important. Fuck my future, my education. Now, in mama's defense, there was some college money that was set up and set aside for me. But after she quit her job on some big head shit, apparently she burnt all through that. Excuse me. Honestly, I don't think the money was ever there. On some real shit. I really don't. It was another beautiful story to tell them, to tell a nigga type shit. But my first adventure into being an entrepreneur was me having my own landscaping business. And one of the first clients that was landed wasn't landed by me, it was landed by my folks. And there was also some things around the house to help old girl with. Woo. And I remember specifically after I got done with the job for the day, my mother asked me a bunch of random ass questions like, "Yeah, so did you finish?" I'm like, "Yeah, took care of that. How much she pay you?" Got a quick 350. Okay, okay. When she wants you to come back, I don't know. She said she gonna call when she ready. Because again, I'm looking at this from the mindset of a naive uh, teenage boy. You know what I mean? Well, another question. What else did you do? Yeah, she wanted me to hang some curtains up in her bedroom for her real quick. This, that, and the third. Me just talking, not thinking. Because at that juncture, I still thought Slim was somewhat of an advocate in my corner. Because that's what she would say. I'm your shero and your hero. You feel me? Not really. Not really. Well, oftentimes whenever I would go do these jobs around the neighborhood, and it was for an associate that my mother was friends with. Somehow, some way, I would always end up in these old hoes' bedrooms, like, or they will walk accidentally come out the shower with too much exposed type shit. And as a much more mature man now, I do realize how inappropriate that was to expose a teenage boy, because that's what I was, a boy. Because I ain't had no father, I ain't had no motherfucking leadership, no counsel, no nothing that could help direct me in the right path to expose a teenage boy to your half naked, flabby ass. You feel me? And it wasn't just one occurrence here and there. No, no. The vast majority of them tested me, right? And me being green as grass, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I just knew these old hoes, damn, they had their whole titty out, right? So I'm trying to take a mental photograph in my mind at this moment. That way I can use this for later on. You feel me? But if your daughter came to you and said, "Yeah, I was over Mr. James or Charlie or Wilson or whoever house babysitting, and oh buddy Dickford just fell out of his boxes," you you going for blood from that point. You feel me? Now, excuse me. One common phenomenon that I did witness is the fact that all my mother's friends were divorcees. Only a certain number of them, very few, were actually still married women. And those that were still married women still carried themselves with a certain air of decorum and respect, right? So much so that it became a little intolerable. It's like, yeah, bitch, what the fuck kind of high horse you want? I'm just over here to cut this grass and trim these bushes and get these hedges and clean this gut out and get this money, you know? Because to be honest with you, to be in high school and having my own landscaping business, I was doing good for a kid, you know what I mean? But it it reminds me of the story I told how the mothers are the first pimps, even when it comes to the boys. Now, mama, for the boys, mama pimp you out to the NBA, the CSA, whoever the fuck she got to, if she feel as though you can be out here making some money for in the future. But every so often, you come across way too many stories of young men having experiences with women that are much older than themselves, being their first time type shit, right? So in my case, that wasn't the case, but in my case, it's like the stage was set, but it never quite happened. Hell, I had a hoe that I was doing an odd job or two for that asked me if I could watch her dog for while she went out of town for the weekend, Myrtle Beach type shit. Cause she was one of them hoes from back in the day. When the bitch came back, she thanked me so much. Bitch drove a little motherfucking fire engine red Mercedes sports coupe. And when the bitch came back, first thing she did was hop in the shower and wash her nasty ass. Then come downstairs decked out in some lingerie type shit. Then turn right around and ask me if there was anything else I want to need. I think by that time I was 16. I'm looking at them titties and that ass like shit. I can't say this to you, Miss Parker. Don't make me say it to you. I'm tempted like a motherfucker. Right. Ain't you my mama's friend? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, at the end of the day, for dog sitting in her fucking house, not rifling through her shit and showing respect and decorum, she rewarded me with my money on the dresser. We all know what that's about, right? So didn't smash the jump. Didn't gain no experience, no extra points under my belt, no none of that. Because I was too young to really understand how to even navigate that motherfucking playing field. Now to the meat of the topic. That's just been my experience. There's some other shit I can name, but I don't feel like it's relevant right now. So I'll leave it there. But yeah, try and get that old cat scratch. You ever notice how bitches always leave their kids with anybody? And most of those cases where you find out they've been abused, the young men have been abused in a actual, actual manner. It, 90% of them is because of it comes from a bitch. The abuse comes from a bitch, bro. Now, I find that very fucking interesting. If the biggest abusers of children are women, and this is known in public, but also in secret, why are these hoes so quick to leave their kids with anybody? Why are these hoes so quick to turn around and dump Lil Jermaine and them off like it ain't nothing? When they know half of these bitches they dealing with ain't on shit, they ain't about shit, and they ain't never gonna be on shit. They spend half their time just trying to get that cat scratch, and they know that for a fact. And you gonna put Lil Jermaine and Lil Dwayne all up in this bitch house where she feels totally in control. Why is it that knowing these FBI rates are high as fuck and melanated women have surpassed Anglo-Saxon men in rates of deletion, excuse me, or murder, excuse me, or would you feel comfortable leaving your kids around these motherfuckers? Now, for the longest time, they tried to make us to use a word from Chismo. They tried to make it seem like we were really these atavistic animals, right? But us as men, we're the furthest fucking thing from it. We're the most egalitarian. But these bras are truly proven to be. It's been proven that they act like atavistic fucking animals. You as a woman, knowing that either you can whoop this bitch ass or she can whoop your ass and possibly kill you, delete you. Why would you leave your kids around her? Knowing all the horrible, nasty, disgusting, disease, filth-ridden shit she's done because the bitch told you because they can't stop talking. Most bitches don't recognize their mouth has a stop button, right? Where they don't have to speak, but they just keep talking. And you can discern everything you need to from this bitch to really get a good read and gauge on her. Why would you leave your kid around that? Flesh of your flesh, blood of your blood. Unless you truly don't give a fuck about him and or her. Because trust and believe, they don't just prey on little boys, they also prey on little girls too. When we start talking about these things that happen in our community, not as high as some other communities, but they do happen whenever you talk about these derelict, disgusting fuckers. Don't nobody ever bring up the conversation of the bitches and what they done. Nobody. I think Iceberg Slim was 17 when the old hoe that had been pimped out real hard or pimped on real hard went ahead and took him for a spin. He wasn't legal. My man Simple the P said he got taken advantage of at a much, 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 much younger age by a much, 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 much older woman. That damn sure wasn't legal. Most of the pimps, players, and participants of the game have been taken advantage of by older females. Now, that behavior is so common that they just do the shit knowing that it's gonna happen, knowing what the end result is. Imagine if you can rob a bank, right, and then live the rest of your life in retirement. That's how they treat it. You ain't go through all the complexities of playing, of like Ocean's 11 or 12 or 13. Nah, not at all. You didn't need nobody. Look, no little Asian dude stuffed into a suitcase or holograms or nothing. You just went in there with a pistol and said, "Give me the loot," and then they did, and then you walked out and said, "My name's Shaniga," say it, but never got caught. I look back in reflection over my life and the things that I experienced when dealing with these older hoes, because that's all they were was a bunch of older hoes looking for some young meat to train, and think to myself that there ain't no way in hell, ain't no way possible that that vibe wasn't caught by my mama, by her friend looking at me. In fact, she almost got into a fight once or twice talking because a bitch just came right out and said it. Yeah, you better not leave him around me. They were that comfortable. Now, if we got that many old hoes out here trying to get that cat scratch and they're willing to entertain teenagers and much, much, much younger men than themselves, and they've been doing this since God only fucking knows, how many victims do we have out here? You never fucking hear them numbers. Yet again, they try to make us seem like we're the atavistic animals, but it always points back to them. One thing I've learned from being down here in this space is they always have to lie on us, right? To make us seem like the bad guy. But all we got to do is just open our mouths and tell the truth on them. And then you see who the bad guy really fucking is. Now, let me go a little bit deeper. For the neighbor that wanted all that stuff done to her house, right? I was Johnny on the spot because I ain't no shit. I'm in high school. Well, all I know is I gotta help pay this mortgage type shit, right? So I'm in there hanging these curtains in her bedroom, and I'm fucking taking care of unclogging the goddamn, what do you call that shit? The little drain line for the fucking wash machine, but and I gotta pull her clothes out. And like I'm thinking to myself, this is strange. This bitch ain't pull her clothes out. Ain't nothing but negligee in that motherfucker. But she went on to have a man over that joint every so often. Because I was so young and naive, I didn't know how to handle the situation. And I thank God I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, by now that bitch is probably in a wheelchair. Looking for applesauce and somebody to wipe her ass. She got that diaper on. But over and over again, I have multiple experiences of these old bitches trying to throw a young some coochie. And they weren't hiding it. Also in that neighbor's house, it wasn't just her, it was also her daughter. And her daughter and her were in active competition. But her daughter was much older than I, probably about 7 to 10 years. But after I developed all this extra lean farmer's muscle from all this hard ass fucking labor and push ups and sit ups and chin ups, one handed jumps, finger finger push ups, upside down push ups from doing judo and jujitsu. I started looking good to the hoe. So now I got them both on me. Ebony and I looking at the boy. And then the crazy part, I was just that, a boy at the time. But I made him tingle. You feel me? The fact I was young and I was innocent, but I was uh, growing into my frame as a man, made him tingle. And I knew how to fix shit and do shit and make shit and prep shit. Made him tingle. As long as you can make a bitch tingle, you can get damn anything out you want out though. But yet again, they try to call us the base level atavistic creatures when that seems to be all the fuck they are and or all the fuck they got to offer. Base level shit. Now, last story and I'm done. I think I was a sophomore. Yeah, no, I know I was a sophomore in high school because I was dating a broad that was a senior, right? Years of good training and reading had me where I need to be to even fuck with that. The sophomore graduates, goes off to college. I'm in turn working 2 jobs, paying a mortgage as a kid, bro. My mother had me fucked up. Paying a mortgage, trying to make sure we still got some place to live, you know what I'm saying? They opened up an Old Navy down the street. And there was this other broad. She looked good, you know. She was going to Bowie State. She took interest in me. And in the process of us talking, because she kept playing this whole game of cat and mouse, where she was in and out, in and out, in and out, like a bitch playing double dutch. The bitch finally was like, "Yeah, so what year are you in?" I said, "I'm a sophomore." She's like, "Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'm a junior, and this, that, and the third. Woo, woo." I had to stop her, like, "Nah, I'm a sophomore in high school." The bitch was, "Oh, oh," and fake like she didn't know. I got a whole past to be here right now to come get this job and do this. You don't. The same way older men are attracted to younger women because of the vitality and the energy and the health. It's the same way younger women are attracted to men. Don't let them feed you that bullshit. The difference is them older women, they be fucking on the younger men. And they do it in mass. All these bitches out here talking about my nephew and my godson and this, that, and the third and that. Nah, no, 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 no. The same bitch that came downstairs with the 90 to put the money on the dresser was trying to make me her goddamn godson. Thank God my mother had enough fucking common sense to be like, nah, bitch, not you. You already got a godmother. And again, that kind of energy would have never been accepted by a father with some dude looking at his daughter with that same attitude. You know what I'm saying? These old bitches have been trying to get that cat scratch for so long that when they can't get it from the men their age, they will go down, bro. They'll go down and start preying on the younger men. These are all these experiences happened to me in high school. Thank God I did not have the information I do now to hit the jump and fuck my whole life up off and over. But just a question. How many inappropriate motherfucking times have you been around an older bitch when you were too young to really be out there like that? And they did or said some shit that wouldn't quite be considered kosher for you at that age. Myself personally, I can think of a name a few. Real shit. The biggest predator in the community is Keisha. It ain't Walter. It ain't Ray Ray. It ain't fucking Wilson. It ain't none of that, bro. It's fucking Keisha. But sitting back thinking about a whole nother situation is what brought this to my mind. If given enough time, them bitches will spread VD to every goddamn body if you give them an opportunity to. You have a 9-year-old walking around here burning because somebody done gave him some. Then, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. They just nasty. They nasty, bro. They nasty as fuck. What up, Tevin King? What up, Spoon? She made it just in time. So, but yeah, man, I done seen enough, man. In 40 some odd years and dealing with uh the women of the community or community and seeing how they really get down and what they do. Cause I ain't never been no ugly dude, Slim. As a much younger man in my teen years, getting that little motherfucking goatee growing in, where I got these muscles and I'm vascular. They was like, "Ooh, what that meat do?" I'm like, "What, bitch? Ain't you like 40?" I ain't had a game to handle that, man. Yep, spoon, dog, 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 dog. You know what? Fuck it. This motherfucking channel ain't never gonna be monetized. So fuck it. We just let that shit rock. Let it roll. Let it roll, man. Let it roll, dog. When I discovered some tree back in the day, I was at my partner's house. I had my partner mama trying to throw me some of that old cat, dog. Throw it to me. Not one or two of them, but a bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? Like this, no one looks at Keisha as being the predator in the community, but they the biggest fucking ones, dog. They the biggest fucking ones because no one calls them out on their shit. I mean, yeah, it's been like an influx of Becky getting caught the fuck up, but honestly, bro, no one's checking for them like that. These bitches been doing this shit since way back when. Yet again, the the autobiography of Iceberg Slim. You see, and as I venture down into the wet dankness of those musty thighs, that means that hoe ain't even wash her motherfucking ass. That coochie was sweaty than motherfucker. You got a baby licking and laughing on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, ew. It's been happening since way before then. They've been taking advantage of the whole situation and then blaming it all on motherfucking melanated men, bro. It's madness, Slim. I can think of at least fucking 9 motherfucking bras that try to throw your boy some cat when I wasn't even her age yet. You feel me? And the coldest part about it is these are all bitches that my mother was cool with, man. So they have their own little unspoken, my personal belief, I ain't got no proof on it. They have their own little unspoken agreement. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk. Where they just take advantage of each other and each other's kids, bro. Because ain't no other way you can figure out a way to put that kind of network together where it's just cool. It's just cool. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Little Larry be over there later on. Yeah, 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 he be over there later on. Now, bitch, don't you get in that VD though. Saying, watch push first then hoe. Who the fuck knows what kind of conversations these bitches we have, dog? Especially if your mother really ain't fucking with you like that. If you looking too much like your daddy, you know what I mean? It's a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Yet again, to quote Machismo, true atavistic behavior comes from fucking them, bro. That's why we had these conversations where you have to know exactly what you're dealing with. The same bitch that work at Wendy's, maybe with that bullshit. You won't know until you really interview the hoe and you get an idea of how the fuck this bitch grew up. Real shit. I got a story for you. My folks got in contact with her father a while ago, and he dropped some information on her that she wasn't even ready for about the family, her mother's side of the family, and how they get down for real, for real. But it explains so motherfucking much. All the women in the family would have freaked out, whatever's, and they was hitting uh, Mr. Cartwright all the way down to the cousin. But they were way down south. You know what I'm saying? You got to really interview that bitch the way you know that bitch background. One of the first questions they would ask you back in the day is who your peoples is. We need to make sure that you are vetted. God damn it! You ain't gonna bring no strange, funny shit up in this motherfucker. Because at the end of the day, it don't matter what you provided for. It doesn't matter what you done for. After that bitch got finished feeding you all the salty fucking food and diabetes in the world, and your meat, your man meat don't work no more. She gonna start looking for some, excuse me, something else to prey on if she wasn't already doing it. That's why you gotta know who the fuck you're dealing with, man. You got to know, man. They made it a everyday norm who your peoples is. Cause the Cartwrights, oh fuck no, get that bitch out of here. Get that bitch the fuck up out of here. We know how they get down. The Proctors, oh fuck no. The Wilhelminas, boy, I kill you. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. It's like we take it for a joke now because we've had so much time to sit back and get used to the comforts. But nah, I've seen what happens when the homies that I dealt with, bred with, some of them fucked up families and the outcome of their offspring. My little brother, my little god brother, he one of them. Like his stepdaughter can't even touch water, Slim. Like, how the fuck are you allergic to water? When I made the joke, and I was like, yeah, apparently, if you like, it's like being allergic to water. Apparently, God said no. I had no clue that that was her affliction, and I had to stop, apologize, and think about it. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Yeah, that little bitch ain't supposed to be here. Jesus said no. The most natural thing on earth, she can't have none. If she do, she breaks out into a rash and starts swelling up like it's a bee sting. Fuck all that or peanut butter allergy. Nah, no, she ain't supposed to be here. Nope. You need to know who their peoples is. That way you know how to vet them on a genetic level and a social level. You know what I mean? If you start dating a bitch that comes from a family of Neanderthal fucking barbarians, then you know what the fuck to expect. You can't even tell that bitch good night without her calling her peoples and some shit happening. So that simple ass question of who your peoples is save motherfuckers a lot of headache and heartache. But also at the same time, these old bitches been raggedy since been raggedy since been raggedy, man. They ain't gonna stop. And they've also been some of the biggest predators and fiends in the fucking community. Yet another reason why we not gonna rebuild that motherfucker. Why should we? The children that we do have are inflicted with many wounds. That they're mistreated and abused. They're not looked after properly. First thing a hoe do if she get a check or a free check or a little bit of good money, extra money, she gonna go blow that on some bullshit, bro. She ain't using that for them kids, and she gonna drop them kids off with whoever gonna take them at whoever house, and whatever happens, happens. And she cool with it, like it ain't nothing, like it ain't nothing, bro. Now the same thing that you be willing to lay your life down for in a heartbeat, she like, spot that motherfucker smooth out there just like a fly, like it ain't nothing. But yeah, it's waffling. What up, Quiet Storm? That them play brothers. Yep, they be on that. Who your people? What church they go? Yep, yep, yep. You had to pull the whole facts, cuz that's how you knew. The whole facts on the family. Who your people? What church they go to? That's the way you would pull that whole facts on them. You feel me? And motherfucking start figuring out your plan of attack as to how to motherfucking deal with it if you still so chose to. Yeah. Bruh, that says it all right there. That says it all right there. That says it all right there, fam. Straight up. Once you come to that realization, it's just like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. So you'll leave a human life, but not your purse though. Ain't shit in that motherfucker but $3.39 with a motherfucking roll up and a little itty bitty corner of a motherfucking J left. But you ain't leaving that motherfucker there, not for that bitch. But you gonna leave your kids. Motherfucking make that shit make sense. At the end of the day, after the B dub gets to a certain age and they realize that their options have run out and they didn't had their kids and they didn't moved on in life and they then made their 45,000 a year for the past 5 years and they get comfortable, they start looking to predate the youngins, bro. Real shit. It wasn't no reason why at 15 I'm looking at smashing my neighbor and her daughter, bro. Unless I'm really believing that that opportunity is there. You feel me? At 15, I'm like, I can smash both these bitches. But I ain't got the game and the wordplay to even make it happen. I'm just fumbling my way through the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I wish I had the wordplay for it, but I ain't had a wordplay for it. If I'm pretty sure if old girl thought she can give me some of that old fish box from the low, and it was cool, she would have went ahead and slid your boy some. There's a whole 40-something-year-old woman out this bitch, and I'm fifth fucking teen, son. She had just bought the motherfucking house beside her. She wasn't planning on going nowhere no time soon, so she was willing to risk it all for some of that young meat, that stamina type shit, and that stamina and that good back. That's what I'm saying. Yo, no one's been checking for these bitches. I believe they're the biggest predators of the community, Slim. There's no way, no nothing you can say that will ever convince me otherwise. Nothing. From my own lived experiences. I could have fucked on at least 20 of my mama's friends, and this bitch was a social fucking butterfly. She knew a lot of motherfuckers, a lot of hoes. But that's the thing, they were all hoes. They were just in hoes in disguise. You feel me? Every time I would go do an odd job for them here and there, paint this, paint that, do this, do that, hang this, hang that. Could you help me cut? Could you come cut my grass? Could you do this? These were all jobs I was doing that the man that they were missing in their home was supposed to be doing. And I made a pretty fucking penny off it. But at the end of the day, each one of them bitches offered me something to eat, something to drink, and some pussy. As a bitch supposed to, but at the same time didn't want to listen to a grown ass man. Now make that make sense. You know what I mean? So out of this unusual life I've had and that I've lived and enjoyed, as I figured shit out and found shit out, I gotta say, to be honest, brothers, at the end of the day, man, protect your fucking selves. Protect your seeds by not having them over this motherfucker. And if you do, or if you already have, then look out, cuz. Look out. You can't trust these bitches. Spoon, I'm gonna let you know right now, cuz I'm still in that comment. They'll leave their kids over their sister's house, but not their purse, cuz I'm using that one. I'm using that one, bro. That's a good one. I'm just letting you know, cuz I'm using that one. But as always, you brothers be safe. Y'all be easy, man. Be easy out here. The I was listening to No News earlier today when he went through the three different variations of those reports, and bro, shit is real. We are literally under attack. That's why I said after I read that third report, like, bro, that wasn't a shot across the bow. That was one to the chest. Excuse me. They tried to dump us out. They tried to dump us out and start getting laws and all that shit passed, all because we don't agree with their raggedy motherfucking ass. So you bros be vigilant, man. Because at the end of the day, what I keep saying is all we got is us, bro. But I will be one of the first to admit, if I could have, I would have got some of those coochie. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I would have banged that joint out like it wasn't nothing. Like, I made it to win it. I made it to win it, but god damn it, thank God I didn't. I might have ended up with the dick worm. Man, y'all brothers have a great night, man. And we gonna keep it pushing, pimp. We gonna keep it pushing, man. It is what it is. We out. Peace.